So Candace Owens was at an event recently, and she was asked about debating me. And it turns out that in many ways, she's acting like the new Ann Coulter. Everybody remembers what happened with Ann Coulter at last year's Politicon. So let's take a look, and then we'll discuss.
Also, I was wondering, Candace, why you didn't debate Kyle Kulinski from Secular Talk. What he says is that he was in coordination with the people at Politicon, and they actually said that you weren't ready for debates.
Okay, so this is one of the weirdest internet rumors I ever heard about myself. I didn't attend Politicon. I didn't attend Politicon because I was in my sister's wedding. So I don't know why someone thought I was debating someone in California when I had a wedding in Connecticut, but I never, it's just an internet myth.
Will you do it next year?
I don't really, who's Kyle Kulinski?
Yeah, it's kind of like punching down for Candace, to be honest, so.
I'd like to debate AOC.
I respectfully disagree.
I'll take a Democrat candidate. I mean,
I talked to Kyle, I talked to him on stage. We debated. It was fine. It was fun.
It's just kind of like
Candace says
trolling a little bit. So there's.
Go back and listen again. Listen to the crowd reaction when they say, it's like punching down for Candace. Listen to that crowd reaction. Now, I don't know. I guess they're at a Turning Point USA, Talking Point, Turning Point, whatever they call their group event. And the audience, this is their own audience. And they're like, ooh. And the guy asking the question was like, yeah, I respectfully disagree with that. So here's the thing. Candace Owens is a political commentator. A new media political commentator, a young political commentator. I am a political commentator. A new media political commentator, a young political commentator. I think she's younger than me, but she's saying, I want to debate like a candidate, a politician for office. Politicians debate other politicians. And, then they go and do their jobs and legislate. So it makes sense to her for a media figure, a political commentator, to debate a politician, but it doesn't make sense for a media figure to debate another media figure, a political commentator to debate another political commentator. Okay, I don't know what world that makes sense in, but obviously it makes sense in her own mind. She also says, I'll debate AOC. Hey, Candace, who co-founded the group that got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez elected? Who co-founded the group that also got Ilhan Omar elected and Rashida Tlaib elected and Ayanna Pressley elected? Who co-founded that group? I'll wait for you to give the answer on that. Now, of course, she doesn't know the answer on that because, hilariously, even though she fancies herself some sort of political expert who knows what's going on in the world of politics, she doesn't know the most basic things about politics. If you debate the person who I helped get elected, it's a little silly not to debate me. Now, she's convinced that I'm some sort of nefarious liar, and she's some sort of victim. We had a back and forth on Twitter probably about 3 weeks ago now, and in every single tweet response, she like allegation, liar, 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 liar. No, I 100% was told by Politicon that your team told them she isn't quite ready for that yet, referring to a debate. In fact, listen, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I know, as a matter of fact, I'm not lying, but the person who told me that was, I believe, the head of Politicon at the time, who was in charge of talking to all the talent, and her name is Jewel Rose. There. I put her name out there just so everybody knows. Now, I also had released my text conversation with her, where I laid out clearly, hey, here are the people that I'm willing to debate. And in that list was Candace Owens. And they were floating the idea. They had thrown a lot of ideas out there, including, hey, me and David Pakman versus Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk in some sort of a double debate or double panel discussion or whatever. But I was so clear, I even went on to say, I'll do Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk versus me. I'll do 2 versus 1. Okay? So I have the receipts on that. When they told me you weren't quite ready, it was a phone call. Now, you could say I'm lying, but I know that I'm not lying, and you could choose to believe that or not believe that. But the fact of the matter is she's so triggered by this that every tweet response she had to me on a back and forth we had 3 weeks ago was like, liar, liar, nefarious liar. And it's like, you think I give a shit enough? Like, Candace, you're not, you think you're like this huge thing. You're really not. You just got kind of lucky that Kanye West tweeted that he likes your stuff, and then your name got bigger that way. But I've never put more than 2 thoughts behind, debating you compared to anybody else who I put on that list. I put Bill Kristol on that list. I put David Frum on that list. Obviously, Ann Coulter was on that list, and she had backed out of a debate with me. I'll talk to virtually anybody. And so the idea that, like, I would, like, go out of my way or something to specifically make up this rumor about Candace Owens and, how, she's too scared. Utter nonsense. Now, I will say this. Is it possible that what Politicon told me wasn't true? Of course it's possible. Because, and you know why I know that? Because the Jesse Lee Peterson thing wasn't true. And I actually believed Jesse. So what happened was, I was told that Jesse Lee Peterson didn't want to debate me. And that just wasn't true, because Jesse Lee Peterson 100% would have debated me. And he made that crystal clear. And then I went on his show, however long after Politicon. Everybody knows my appearance on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. And I sincerely and genuinely believe Jesse Lee Peterson when he says, hey man, they never came to me at all about that. I 100% believe him, because I think he would have said yes. He's not the kind of person who would say no to something like that. So what I will say, Candace, is it possible that what they told me wasn't true and that your team never told them you weren't ready? Sure, of course it's possible. But if this is all just a misunderstanding, and if it's all, some sort of miscommunication where I was told something that wasn't true, well, then maybe you could stop being triggered by it and you could say, you know what? I'll accept a debate. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. So I want to leave you guys with this thought, because this had me laughing as well. This was the gist of the conversation that Candace Owens and I had on Twitter going back about 3 weeks. This is from the Progressive Voice. He says, I can't stop laughing at this Candace Owens Kyle Kulinski situation. Kyle Kulinski says, your team told me you aren't ready for a 1-versus-1 debate. Candace Owens, what? That's a lie. I was at my sister's wedding. Kyle Kulinski, so are you ready to debate this year? Candace, no. I mean, that's kind of what it is, right? That's kind of exactly what it is.